Okay, now we are going to try to solve another one of these type of problems that's going to have an extraneous solution, or a solution that looks like a solution but it really isn't. So we're going to see how that plays out in this. I'm going to solve it a little bit differently in this situation. We're going to try to get a common denominator, and once we get a common denominator we don't have to worry about the denominators anymore. We can almost just cross them off and just focus on the numerator, but I must get a common denominator first. So when I look at each of these things, I notice something, because I've been doing a lot of math through my life, that this x squared minus 9 is actually equal to x plus 3 times x minus 3. And if you factor it, you will find out that that is the case. So if we look at our denominators here, it looks like a common denominator would actually be x plus 3 times x minus 3, because this one has an x plus 3 and this one has an x minus 3. So let's figure out, let's rewrite this thing, and then let's just focus on the numerator. Okay, so if we did that, right here we have our x over x minus 3, and we want to get the common denominator, so we have to put in x minus, or x plus 3 over here to go with it, and we got to put that up on top, x plus 3 as well. Okay, and then we have our plus here, and then I have my 2x over x plus 3, but we need the minus 3 on the bottom too, x minus 3 on bottom and on top. Okay, and this is equal to, we already got a common number over here, this is equal to 18 over x plus 3 x minus 3. Okay, that's when you change this. This is the same thing as that. Okay, now that our denominators are the same, we don't have to worry about them anymore. For instance, let's say I had like x over 2 is equal to 1 over 2. Okay, to solve this, since the 2's are the same, we can just cross them off, and our x, we can see, is just equal to 1. Same thing kind of method applies right here. So we're just going to ignore these from now on and just look at the top. So let's look at this top and start solving this. Let's distribute that there and there, so we get x squared plus 3x, and then we still have this plus sign right here, plus, oh, that's a plus, and then we'll distribute this 2x to here and here, so I get 2x squared minus 6x for that, and then we have this is equal to 18 that we had right there. Okay, let's combine some terms and move some things around. This x squared and this 2x squared gives me 3x squared, and this 3x and negative 6x gives me negative 3x. That's equal to 18. I'll subtract 18 from both sides to get them all, everything on one side here. So I have 3x squared minus 3x is minus 18 equals 0. And now I need to factor this. So I look at this, I'm trying to factor it. I notice that a 3 is a factor of each of these terms, so I'm going to factor a 3 out right away. So I got 3x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. Okay? And now I need to factor this little inside part right here. I'm going to factor that. So I'll make my little x over here. I'll put my minus 6 on the bottom. I'll put my minus 1 on top. I ask myself, what times what is 6? That has got to be 1. Well, no, I think it's 3 and 2, and the 3 is the negative, and I'm pretty sure that's right. So I'll put it 3 times, and what we have in the middle is x minus 3 from this, and then x plus 2 from that, right there. Okay, so everything's factored and good to go. So we have two solutions going on here. Our first solution that makes this whole thing equal to 0 is 3, because if I put a 3 in for this x right here, this thing is 0, and 0 times this will give me 0. So one of my solutions here is x is equal to 3. Another solution that I can find by plugging in a 2 or a negative 2 for this will get me this, or make this 0. And once this is 0, this whole entire thing is 0. So my other solution is x equals negative 2. So we got 3 or negative 2 as my solutions right there. Okay? And so now I need to figure out which of these is incorrect, or which of these is extraneous, or are they extraneous solutions. Well, if we take this 3, and I remember I gave you that shortcut, and we're going to use that shortcut this time instead. If I take this 3 and I want to look at the denominators, each denominator up here, take this 3, we're going to look at them up here. up here, this one and this one. Does this 3 ever make that denominator 0? Any of those denominators? Well, 3 minus 3 is 0. Therefore, this is an extraneous solution right there, that 3 is. Okay? So that's not a real solution. Cross it off. Not a real solution. Let's see if that's the case with this 2 right here, this negative 2. If I take this negative 2 and put it in for this x, or this x up on top, does it make any of those equal to 0? No, it doesn't. So this is our only true solution. Our only true solution is x is equal to negative 2. Now in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can use a graphing calculator to solve this type of problem.